Try closing other recording software such as NVIDIA. See, it's saying the same thing again, but I think that's just for the record. I think we actually are live. I think we're live. Baby. Maybe, baby.
Welcome.
It says we are, baby.
It's looking live.
And it's looking live to me.
From
I
somewhere.
love it. Hello. Finally.
Welcome back.
Well, if you haven't noticed, there's been some interesting developments when it comes to the podcast today.
Wild out there. It's a winter
and we've got
wonderland.
like a quadruple stream going here. Do you see that?
Yeah, streamception, baby. I like it.
I like it.
Do
I
that
like
all
it
day.
a lot. Okay. So as I pull everything up here, I will share out the links.
Here we go.
Don't you love it?
Welcome.
So
We
anyways,
should have, see, this is where you're good. You have music for the morning show. We need some music for this.
well, we can shoot the
little
shit.
bit,
They don't
you know.
care. They're here for it, baby. Let me get the link.
Welcome. So yeah, I guess I'll tell the story of snow. We are in the
Story
midst of
snow,
a
yeah, right?
moderate. It's weird. I was very confused because it's listed as a severe winter storm warning, but the severity is moderate. But then they say potential risk to life and property. So I'm like, well, that is, I can't tell if it's really bad and they're trying to soften it up, or if it's really soft and they're just trying to cover their asses when they do that, because it's, it's moderate to severe.
Well-
It reminds me of a BS, Danny, those over-the-counter prescription commercials where they're like, you have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. I'm like, well, which is which? Because like moderate isn't, like there's moderate and then there's severe. But anyway, I drive a freaking Matchbox car, so all snow is severe to me. So 3 to 6 inches, not snowing, not stopping for 3 more hours. So I'm sorry, guys. This is all my fault. And
Well,
Mother Nature.
and it's all good. Hey, Andy, what's up in the chat, everybody?
Andy.
So yeah, well, it is season 3, baby. What do you think about it, Kevin? So did you get a good look at our new season 3 art here?
I did. I'm jacked up for it. I've got my
I hope that's good.
Twitter set and loaded now. I've got to still get my Discord avatar updated, but yeah, this is fantastic. Mel just always hits it out of the park, but I will say I think
What
I
an
got
amazing
the
artist.
good
Mel Seeley
side
out there.
Yeah, sorry, I stepped on that. Go ahead, Mel Seeley.
No,
Shout
Mel
out
Seeley
there.
out there on Instagram. You can find her on Twitter. Mel Seeley, great art. All of our art so far. Anyways, go ahead, Kevin, with what you're gonna say.
Well, I would say she not only did a fantastic job, but I love that she put our rogues gallery. I feel like it's in a great order because not only my side, it just seems like 3 of the people I've picked at the most over season 2.
Oh, you think
And,
it's set up
kind
like
of the-
that?
Kind of the same. It just, I don't know if it was purposely done that way, but when I look at it, we've got Andrew, Elon, and Logan on my side, and then Trump, Ye, and what is that? Is that Fuentes down there? Who is that at the bottom? I couldn't. Okay.
See, you've got a much better squad, I feel like, if we're talking about like.
Well, if I'm being honest, yeah, that's why I like it.
I don't know. What are we talking about? Physical combat? Because if we're talking physical combat, yeah, you've got 2 strapping, muscular men, and Elon. And Elon's got like 3 clones, so it just depends on which one he sends to the fight.
Yeah, 1/3 of Elon is a strapping, muscular man.
Which robot?
But I
he
also like
sends to the
about my
fight.
side. You can joke about my side more easily, although Andrew Tate is getting out of some of that stuff he's doing is outside the realm of comedy. But
it's just a little human trafficking.
Yeah, just
a little human
light.
trafficking. What are you talking about, Kevin? Just a little human trafficking here and there. Everybody's done a little bit, dabbled a
love
little bit
Romania
in like
because it's
webcam
corrupt.
slavery, right?
Yeah, of course. That's everybody but Steven Crowder. Steven Crowder refuses to be a webcam wage slave, I hear. But I think that's for our big episode.
Yes, and that's one of the things we'll get to when we reconvene. So the plan, I think, is that we're doing our little announcement stream tonight saying, hey, it's season 3. Just like that. And then tomorrow, or, you'll hear the Twitter waves will be shaking. We'll go live with an actual episode, and then we'll do a shout-out stream, after that, as per usual. It's just snow has forbade us. I was slipping around in the snow this morning, and I've got a funny story to tell you, okay?
Ooh.
So, my wife and I drive separately to our place of I don't want to dox myself. We drive separately to our same place of employment. I say employment, but I feel like I'm cheapening myself. Whatever, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you guys drive to work separately.
Okay, we drive to work separately. And so she left before me, gets there before I do, and we park out front. She's already parked. And when I turn this corner, it's like right beside where we park, okay? Like we're basically right around the corner where we park. I turn this corner, and there's a dude at her passenger side window leaning in, talking to her about something. I mean, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I fucking whip it, dude. Get up there quick, fucking back up, get out. And the dude fucking kind of looks at me, and it's like this little soft little, like, when I conversed with him, I found out that he was graduated from college. So, I mean, what age range does that put you at? You have to be at least probably
like at least 22,
22,
like
23, 24, somewhere around there. And he was younger than me for sure. I mean, at least he looked like it. Anyhow, I get out the car, and this dude looks at me, kind of perks up, and I'm walking over, and I'm like, hey, dude, what's up? What do you need? And he's he's in a sweatshirt. That's it. And it's cold. I mean, like, the weather forbade us from having the episode today. So you can imagine what kind of weather it is out there. And I'm talking this morning before it got too crazy, but still, I mean, like, we've got inches of snow out there right now. So this dude's in his sweatshirt, and he's like, shivering, and he's got his phone out. And he's like, I need to get home. And I knew he was smashed, obliterated instantly. And he smelled like it, too, the closer I got to him. But like I said, he was like a cute little college boy, like straight out of college. Like, I was unthreatened, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. So I got up to him, and he was like, something is my address. I need to get home, but I don't know how to get home. And I said, did you call an Uber? Which is the obvious go-to. And he's like, my fingers. And he's like showing me his phone. And I don't know what the fuck he was trying to say, honestly. Whether he was trying to say his fingers were too cold to operate his phone. I mean, he said he'd been out there for a while. I don't know if he was saying he was too drunk to operate his phone. My fingers, I too drunk. I don't know. Okay. And I instantly read the situation as like, I'm not getting shit out of this dude. He's obliterated. Harmless, but obliterated, okay? So I was like, well, yeah, let me just order an Uber, dude. Order an Uber. And yeah, fingers, whatever. So I was like, I'll get you a fucking Uber, dude. Like, come on. And he's like, I'm cold, whatever. So it's like, I'll get you an Uber. Come in here. You can sit down. You can wait for your fucking Uber. So, and not to mention, this is like 4:00 in the morning. Okay. So this guy had to.
That's where I was wondering, because yeah, how drunk would they still be at 6? But okay, 4 a.m.
Yeah, right. Like, this dude is fresh out of the bar, and I don't know what happened to his friends. I didn't pry, like I said. I wasn't getting shit out of this dude. He was a harmless, lost soul, and I was like, okay,
sir, where are your friends? I don't know, my fingers.
This is my karmic deed, I guess, for the year here. I was like, I'll get this guy a fucking Uber, whatever. Well, he gives me his address, and it's like a $5 Uber. Like, It's down the
He
road,
was so
okay?
close. He was so close.
And he was so close. But it was in a we know the neighborhoods a little bit better, and it was in a neighborhood where I could see how like being drunk, maybe it'd be a pain in the ass to get where he was trying to go. Because he had to give me he had to dox himself for me to get him an Uber. Because his fingers on his phone weren't working apparently. So, whatever. So I get him an Uber, and my wife and I we own a business, okay? We own our own business, and we're operating said business. Meanwhile, this guy I've never met before, drunk as fuck, going, it's that constantly, bro, in the front, okay, sitting on a bench. And we're kind of like starting our day, and I'm watching, just to make sure, like, I wasn't sus of him. He was just, I didn't want him to puke, honestly. Was the real thing. I didn't want him to, he was like hiccuping to the point where like I thought he was going to puke. And then he says, randomly at one point, he's like, and this is like 5 minutes he's there. He says, "Are they almost here?" He's like, gets a little extra couple hiccups out. And I was like, yeah, dude, he's 1 minute away. Like, chill the fuck out, because he's almost here. And then the fucking dude rolls up across the street. I fucking opened the door for the guy. I was like, all right, here's your guy, dude. Safe travels. Like, be safe, you idiot. But I thought, unreal, dude. I mean, I've seen a lot of things in my day. It's we're in a downtown area, so I've seen a lot of things happen down there. But my first thought was like, imagine if somebody else stumbled upon you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dude, I was a nice guy, with it was me and my wife going into work. So like we were being nice, but I could have, a different guy would have been aggro as fuck right from the get-go. He was basically leaning in my wife's car from the passenger side, It was away from her, obviously, but leaning in, like, you could tell he was drunk, And for all he knows, I could have whipped out of that thing and fucking wailed on him, dude. Get the fuck out of here,
Get out of here. You hitting on my wife?
Or whatever. He's just some drunk idiot that I've never seen before. So it's like, I don't know. He's lucky, very lucky that I wasn't aggro or wasn't a perv or something. I could have like fucking come to my humble abode upstairs. He was a little college boy.
Could have been a Zed's Dead situation, with the gimp down in the basement. Could have been very bad. I mean, how freaked out was the missus, by the way? Like, that had to be. Now, I guess luckily for her, she's been around us quite a few drunk, rowdy people in her time. So I'm sure
my wife, you said?
Yeah, she's had to deal, but at least those are like drunk people that she knows most of the time.
Well, the funny thing about it was she said that the reason why ultimately she felt kind of comfortable with me, I let him in and let him sit down or whatever, and I did his little Uber for him, and it was only like $5, so I didn't ask him for anything. And she felt comfortable because she said it reminded her of one of our drunk friends. She's like, I would hope somebody would do that for one of our friends. So she was fine with me, getting the Uber and everything. But yeah, dude, he could have been my gimp.
Full circle.
And we have like,
how bad would it have been if he was just started yelling bollocks in the lobby? Just bollocks.
Oh well, he would have just got a swift kick in the ass outside if that were the case. But at our place, these are some old buildings that like we work in. I've got like a dungeon downstairs, bro. Like, legitimately, they're like doors that open up from the ground like this kind of thing to get into our basement. This motherfucker could have been. I could have done some Ohio shit.
I am really glad we have this online setup now.
You can kind of separate yourself.
Okay, yeah, let's see. You guys, if I ever end up missing, look in Danny's freaking cellar or whatever that is. Look at his work.
Well,
dungeon.
And like, I have means of disposal too. I mean, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna dox myself and go into what we do, but like,
oh my god,
in the process of what we do, there's means of disposal too. So I could hide you in the basement and dispose of you when I don't need you anymore. Think about that.
So it sounds like, folks, if you invite Danny to a barbecue, ask him to bring vegetables. Don't let him bring the
No,
protein.
no manwich.
Sloppy Joe for real.
The other thing I wanted to talk about at the top before we got into any of the goofiness was the whole shorts thing. We were talking about it kind of before we went live. This week I did a short on Tim Pool, and I alluded that he allegedly was on something. I mean, like, I was pointing out that maybe, I mean, people like to say all the time about me, like,
what?
You know, how do you think my eyes look right now?
Is that what the shades are for?
You can make an alleged assumption about, whatever about me. I'm making an alleged assumption about Tim Pool that he looked like he was on meth. And from what he was talking about, it sounded like it too.
Which music video are you talking about? Because that could be a lot of them based on what you said.
He was like, okay, so I don't want to show it here, but the content, if you want to go see it, go see it. Go check out our shorts. We need the views, baby. Yeah. But the context of it essentially was like, he was going on about what a dystopian future would be like, I guess it's like a nuclear fallout or some sort of situation.
Instead of the dystopian present.
Right, exactly. Where we don't have all the conveniences. There's no toasters is one of the points he makes. There's no toasters or whatever. He says that based on the knowledge that he's already accrued, okay? Now he's a bald podcaster. Okay? He's a bald podcaster with some yacked up teeth online. This motherfucker thinks that he has enough knowledge that if nuclear fallout shit would happen, he could smelt, make tools, swords, weaponry, stuff that we need, yada, yada, eventually. He thinks he eventually gets there because he knows what, like, iron veins look like and shit. Now, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think Tim Pool could be like a medieval blacksmith?
Now, it's really important to have self-confidence, but I don't believe that the line between self-confidence and delusion is quite that thin. And I think our boy Timmy has swam right over into the sea of fantasy. Like, what in the hell? You think you can just pick it up? First of all, who's going to teach it to you? You're not just going to...
Well, that's what he's saying. He says, like, doesn't need to be taught. Like, he knows enough. Like, he's played enough Minecraft, essentially, that he knows, like...
Take on everything. Yeah. Like, I don't need to actually know politics. I know enough to do a podcast about it.
Well, right.
I don't actually know how to play music, but I know enough how to be in a shitty Nickelback cover band. I don't really know how to do any of this, but I know enough to just fucking
It kind of is his whole shtick. You're right. You're onto him, honestly. It's like, I don't need to really know that much. Like, I can do this and that and blah, 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 and people will watch me, whatever. But, the main thing, I mean, Tim Pool's dumbass comments aside, I was kind of making a joke that his teeth looked really fucking yacked, specifically in that video. It looked like he just had been fucking punched in the mouth or something. Or he had some meth mouth, like I was saying. And I just thought it stood out to me that much that I was compelled between that and the content of what he was saying. I was like, dude, you are on meth on your podcast, legitimately. So that was the joke I made. And the sounding off. I mean, you saw the sounding off in the fucking comments.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting told, dude.
People are so spicy.
I think I saw at least one.
Did
you post one in the Discord or something? Was that to that? Wasn't something about somebody called you a nobody trying to get famous off of Tim Pool, which I think
that was one of the comments. It was like, it was look at this nobody trying to become famous off a out of context clip of Tim Pool.
That's exactly how we're gonna get there, bud. You're on to us. The Clout route is a thinly veiled attempt to ride Tim Pool's coattails into stardom because he's clearly the biggest fish we could find that would be worth hopping on a route for. Yes,
Yeah, right. Well,
exactly. All of our Tim Pool episodes do the best, by the way. That's facts. We get
yeah, I'd like
tons
to
of
see those
Tim
facts.
Pool
Well,
stands.
it's you can see from Mel's point of view, Tim Pool doesn't make the cut. Did he last time?
Where's he at?
Was
No.
he wasn't on the
I
last
think
time.
we can't do Tim Pool because it just looks like me with a beanie on, which is then a
Right,
hybrid
he
of like we
which
can't, they can't
I
put
look
Tim
like.
Pool on.
I look like
Yeah,
you with the beanie on.
that's what I'm saying. You with the me, you with the beanie looks like, or me with the beanie looks like Tim Pool, which also kind of looks like you. Like
So
it's
I look
like
like Tim
he's the
Pool.
third triangle of our pyramid here, Danny. We need Tim Pool on the
Somebody
podcast.
also said that I look like it probably really look like it today because I've got these shades on. That I'm like a quartering Ethan Klein hybrid. It was when my beard was a little thicker on that last screen cap that I posted or whatever. It was a fucking thumbnail or something.
Yeah. You so the Ethan thing I get because you wear a lot of Teddy Fresh beanies and you kind of also wear it like high up. Like I'm an over the ear kind of beanie guy,
Yeah.
and then you're also wearing Teddy Fresh beanies. So you're wearing, Ethan's stuff. That one, and also it's hard. I think I see you as Ethan a lot because I know you've done a couple of like random Halloween costumes as old
Don't
like Ethan
dox me, Kevin.
characters. What? That's
No, they're out
man,
there.
that
Trust me.
let's say that term has a wide definition now, but
Luke has already found all the incriminating evidence, so don't worry. It's whatever's
say
out there. He's
it's
found.
Ethan is the great divide of the Clout route. I think, people agree on us. They disagree on H3 because either, normally
People
in the
get
chat,
very
chat is
triggered. It's
with
all
me, but
ironic,
then
Kevin.
afterwards in the comments, they'll be like, wow, that Kevin guy, I almost quit listening to the podcast because he won't stop talking shit about Ethan Klein. And, it just is,
So
hey, we
sometimes
can all
you get
agree to
hate.
hate team. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so you get hate in the live chat and then I get hate afterwards. So it is
That's
the
hilarious.
Clout right. It's a nation divided right now over Ethan and Gila. It's
Notice
sad.
Ethan nor Keemstar either have made it to a Clout Route piece of art.
No,
So fuck
that's
them.
true.
I have been
true.
thinking though, I want to commission just for fun, like a Clout Route just exhibit piece of art or something. Maybe I'll get it printed, like put it in the back. That's what I'll do. Okay. But I want to get one that's like us with like the Rogues Gallery. Like I want
Yes.
I want a like deep cut everybody in a thing. And I don't know how I want to like envision it to look and everything. We'll have to workshop it.
Oh, I've got some idea. I'll send you some things. I think we can go like full.
You know, I like it
We
when
can
you
go like
send
full.
me some things.
I've got some ideas there, but oh yeah, that'll be fun.
All
Yeah,
right,
no,
well,
we've
let's
got
look at the
the
chat. You
usual
wanna?
suspects. Oh yeah, let's go.
Before we get into any of the, there's a few things I just want to hit, and then we'll look at the poll that I posted, and then we'll be done with our little short announcement stream here. Let me look at chat. Okay, so we've got Andy Zucchini, hi. Vault Wanderer, hi. Carla,
Hello.
hi. We've got a bunch of highs. You know how that works.
Hello, hello.
Formal Ghost says, I wish I met Danny and Kevin at an office. Maybe we said something about like you're coming into the office or meeting at the office. I'm not sure.
We're talking about work, maybe, or maybe it's someone we worked with in the past. I would say it depends on your work ethic because you might not have wanted to meet me at work because you may or may not have always been super efficient. I'm not always. No, I actually do okay. How Danny, you've had to work with me. You've been stuck doing it before. What do you
Yeah,
think? Do you
you're an
think they
alright
would
guy.
enjoy working with the two of us in an office?
Oh, do you think people would enjoy working with us?
Yeah, like right? Isn't that
Uh,
kind of what they're saying? I wish I'd met them at an office.
Yeah,
We didn't meet at an
honestly, I feel
office
like
per se, but we did meet at work.
I feel like
Technically.
a lot of people would like to work with us in an office because we're the type of people that people shirk their work off on.
I thought you were gonna go a different route, but that's also true. Yeah.
Somebody will be lazy, and we have to pick up the slack. Is basically how it'll work. I mean, it's how it's worked in the past when we've worked together in past jobs. So that's how I envision it going forward. Let's
crack some jokes. You have to listen to a lot of Coheed and Cambria, though, so there are some downsides, guys.
Yeah, Parking Tigers would agree, I guess. He took a shot at me the other day for that. Let's see. Andy Zucchini says, LMAO, Zed's dead situation. That must have been when we were talking about the game.
Spider caught itself another fly.
Formal says, Daniel is a wholesome dude. He totally was born in the wrong state. Agreed. Were you born in Ohio?
Me?
Yes.
No, I was born in Tennessee.
Yeah, I knew that because you've been like here and there and yada yada. So I didn't.
I've been everywhere, man. Yeah, I've lived in I think 5 states. Yeah, all around the world.
There you go.
Well,
I like
like
that song.
east of the Mississippi.
Let's see. I did Ethan Klein Halloween last year too. LOL. Andy Zucchini says.
Yes.
See, there you go. I didn't do it last year. It was like 2 or 3 years ago. But yeah, I did do a couple.
I might do Keem this year.
I
if
like
I can
that.
get the beard.
It's a good
Know
costume.
me enough by the end.
You need to get like you need to get Tim Pool to smelt you an iron beard and wear that for Halloween. As Keemstar, like Warrior
Yeah,
Keemstar.
he can figure it
out. Let's see. Formal says he looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin with a less pissed off Texan face. I don't know who he's talking about, but cool.
It could be either of us, but it also could be Tim Pool.
That's a lot of people. Lennon
it
says,
could be just any bald dude.
Lennon says, "What up? What up?" WFF says, "Top rope superplex."
Oh, what up? That's Noah. What up, Noah?
Oh, what up, Noah? Okay, with the top rope superplex. I like that. Okay, nice to see you, buddy.
Appreciate you, brother.
There's the sandwiches and fries. See, he's picking up what we're putting down kind of with some of this talk about the old jobs and stuff. He knows exactly what we're saying. He's one of those guys that took advantage of me. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Oh,
I'm just
gotcha.
teasing.
No, that's
he's a great guy. Great guy.
Hard worker, no doubt.
Hippy Dippy Sky Fortress says hi, chat. Sweater Vest Quartet says what's up. Luke says,
hello, everybody.
Why don't I have a little guy on your picture? A little guy on your picture.
Oh, Luke thinks he should be in the Rogues Gallery. Is that what he's?
Oh,
is that what you're saying?
now I get what you're saying. Okay, well, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna get a Rogues Gallery hang up for the back, and maybe Luke. I mean, it won't be you though, Luke. It'll be Fiverr Luke that makes the cut. The Fiverr dude that you always hire for all your videos. It's gonna be the Fiverr Luke.
But he'll know.
He'll know.
Luke
Yeah.
will know deep
He'll
down.
know. And then Luke also says sunglasses on stream, another Red Bar ripoff. Now, I haven't hit any
it's Corey
Salvo
Hart ripoff,
cadence.
man. This is.
There's no ripoff here. Okay, this is me. I'm just a little high. I didn't want to show my eyeballs. Okay. Is it so much? Is it so wrong of me?
You don't want to be ripping off Salvo, man. You don't wanna rip off anybody.
I'm not. I'm not trying to go for that. You won't hear me doing any kind of Red Bar shtick. Okay. I'm above that.
I wouldn't know it if I heard it. But
Exactly.
I'll
Have
believe
you ever listened to Red Bar?
No, the only time I heard the name was when people were chanting it at a Jeff Noodles comedy performance.
So, in the chat, if anybody wants to sound off about it, I just want you to know Kevin just said his only this is fine, Kevin. This is funny to me, actually. His only Red Bar knowledge is that Salvo chanted it in the crowd before he got his ass planted by fucking Deaf Noodles. So
That's
the
not
red
exactly
bar.
how I phrased it, Chad. But yes, if you missed it, that is essentially what was said. Yeah.
Jeff
Let me
Noodles.
know if I'm missing. Yeah, Jeff Noodles. He lost. He's not deaf anymore. He's just Jeff Noodles.
He's just Jeff.
Uh,
He's definitely lost a lot of clout. Jeff, Bill,
yeah.
Bob
Did he ever
Noodles
unblock
now.
you on Twitter?
No, fuck him, dude. Fuck Def Noodles.
Salty
I'm here to
ass
say
Jeff,
it.
dude. Jeez.
Fuck that dude. Here soon. This is what I'm saying. Once I get this Art of Luke posted up behind us, and once we start getting the butter churning a little bit this year, we're gonna be doing better numbers than fucking Def Noodles does on a regular fucking stream anyhow, dude. That's fucking Snoozeville, Snooze Fest, and everybody knows it. Sound off in the chat if Def Noodles is a fucking washed up hack. I'm glad the Hash isn't here right now. She'd be so sad.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm
Anyways,
glad to, I don't regret it. I regret nothing. So still got love for you Hash, if you watch this later, but none left in me for Jeff Noodles.
Luke says once you have me on third mic, your numbers will explode.
Ooh, let's
Yeah,
go.
He might be onto something. Who knows? So speaking of the fans and the chat and yada yada, I had an anonymous. I mean, they will remain not anonymous just because that's how I want to handle the situation.
Ooh.
However, if said person reveals themselves, it's no skin off my teeth or whatever the saying is. You know what I mean? But I had a Salvo orbiter, an old Salvo Fallen fan, whatever you want to call him, somebody that knows Salvo, share me a tweet, kind of an update on a little Salvo. I thought we would just give it a little update, right here. He's been gone. He's banned off Twitter or whatever. He hasn't done any live streams. I don't even think he's done any shorts. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but this here. So, Parking Tigers made a tweet the other day. Can you see this, Kevin? I don't think I can hear you.
Interesting. You can't hear me?
I got you.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't catch the one yes, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. Yes, I and also read this before, so I don't know what's tell me more, Sensei.
Okay. So somebody sent this to me, and Parking Tigers says here it was specifically this Kelly person that I was pointed out. But Parking Tiger says Salvo is an ER word that was literally hashtag me too'd, and every girl involved is literally a R word victim. Change my mind. Now, thoughts on just that statement by itself?
Damn, I don't know enough about it to know if that's true or not. I know he did some really creepy, gross things, but I don't know if every single one was not consensual or whatever. So it's hard for me to say that literally everyone was R-worded, but
go out on a wild guess, like just go out on a limb and be like, do you really? He's fucking bullshitting. This is fun.
This is just like this is an engagement tweet, is it not? Like,
right, exactly.
I'm not sure. Oh, sorry,
exactly.
PT. I'm not trying to.
You're pulling back the curtain.
Revelation of the method, though. But yeah, like I feel like it's a fun tweet, right? But
right, and I thought
the response is the response to me is from a Salvo burner account.
Check out this fucking. I mean, he hit some peak numbers here. This is 3,000 people impressions right here.
Exactly.
Parking Tigers is really hitting a big crowd here. And Kelly says, Salvo has always been a gentleman to me. And no offense, but I'm a lot better looking than the women I've seen coming forward. I don't know. I like that he's got all these fetishes. I have plenty too. I think people just got weirded out. So
I think that's Salvo's burner account.
Kelly is telling us not only, which her post right here at the top is fucking Thunberg, a big forehead Thunberg, But
And then there's how tofu is made. So I really can't make heads or tails of this account.
Kelly's got some salvo. Sad that salvo's banned tweets and yada yada. But she says allegedly that she's better looking than everyone. I guess we're going off this picture here. Say what you want to say about that. That pointed comment. But I do appreciate, and I thought this would happen a lot earlier than this, but this is honestly the first time that I've seen something like this. I knew that there would be kink apologists out there. Like, there's some, but like, this is really funny where somebody's like, dude, what did he do wrong? I love pee and poop and, you know, like, sorry that you're all vanilla, but
Exactly. I knew it would. Well, shouldn't say I knew it would happen, but you knew there would be some people. There are plenty. He's not the only dude that I've heard weird pee things about. Okay, like we heard weird pee things about former presidents. You know, like it's a pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty common amongst the fetishes. I think. I don't know. It'd be weird. I'm one of those dudes who has to like hum if there are too many people in the public bathroom. I have to it takes me a minute. I get stage fright. I couldn't even piss in front of people, let alone on someone. So I can't relate to it.
Good to know.
But yeah, you know.
What do you think?
So if you ever hear about that, you'll just know it's bullshit. You'll be like, hey, dude, there's no way. Kevin can't even piss in public.
Have we heard of not saying Salvo is a celebrity by any stretch
Please
of the
don't.
word.
Yeah, is that?
He's the microest of micro celebrity. If you want to even say that, but I won't even give him that. But I don't know, like I haven't heard of anyone particularly with these weird of things, you know. You don't really hear about the poop and the pee and all that stuff is usually not like somebody that gains any prominence. They usually like stay away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, well,
have you heard?
Or are they just good at hiding it? Is it just only famous rich people that are doing it?
There's a poop island, actually.
The poop thing, I do think is much more unique. Yes, especially wasn't there something like wasn't he having people make action figures or something?
Yeah, yeah, he had people make like posable arm action figures where he was like toothpicking it, and they were like making it move and stuff. And they were like
stop motion.
It was like capped like corn on they were like bolts, you know.
It's actually very high It's the highest production value, I think, of anything.
I mean, he made some of these women do some crazy things, dude. And the pee stuff, I mean, goodness gracious.
Never would have thought
funny
he would
update,
be a creep.
While we're here and in the middle of it, I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is kind of like our own small little segment here. The pee lady, I'm whispering to you, the pee lady has started like talking shit, I guess, about a lot of this, and like has found her way back to Salvo. So imagine that, huh?
By pee lady, you mean like the one that was drinking
that came out and said like he made me drink my pee and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's back in his graces.
Oh, well, maybe she changed her mind about the pee thing. I don't know.
Right. I mean, exactly. Like that's what we're saying with Kelly here. Kelly was like, you know, on second thought, I like the pee and the poop thing. It's all right.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just keep it. Yeah, I'm good with it.
Before we go, one of the other quick, little burns that I wanted to get out here that I saw today. Check out what the H3H3 subreddit Twitter thing tweeted out today. Give me your thoughts when this pops up.
Oh, no.
Blam.
Oh, no. Why? Why? Bo Blacks? What?
So do you think, is there a world that we live in that Bo Blacks has the N-word pass?
Wow, even in an endless universe, in all of the multiverse, I would say no, there's not one.
It's
There's
not like
absolutely not one.
there's not like some sort of like autism. It's not like some sort of autism clause in there.
As catchy as that name is, I don't think so. Oh
I think in
man,
the N-word
why?
pass document, legal document, there's like section 3, article B that says like any online presence that has the slightest scale of autism can drop an occasional soft N-word.
Oh no. I think no. I think we should not do that.
Listen to this.
But
Listen to
what?
this. We got some people
what
in
is-
the chat sounding off about
Oh God.
the Bo Blacks thing. Formal Ghost says he said the N-word. He did do the BLM song. And then Bex says an endless universe. And Pest said, have you heard of his BLM song? So
Mm-mm. No, this is news to me.
the chat is popping off about his BLM song. I have not like heard it. I've only heard the rumblings of like what it was. Essentially, that around the time that the George Floyd stuff was happening, he had made a dumb Black Lives Matter song or something that he was singing in something, and I don't know. Somehow it got all out of context, and now basically the written rule is that he has a Black Lives Matter song, and people laugh at him for it. But
I'll
it's
have to
some
listen
sort of
to it for
lore
our next
there, out of
episode.
context lore.
No,
George
I haven't heard it.
Floyd.
I will suffer through that for you all for the next episode, I promise.
They're asking if we want a link. Should we take a link to the Bo Black's N-word song?
I mean, we can get it over with now. That way, I don't have to do it during my free time.
Somebody says, I think London says, I mean, maybe I shouldn't call him out. I think Bo Blacks was neglected when he was young.
God damn it.
You better
It's a
watch
horrible
it.
joke.
I
It's
think
terrible.
we need
It's a terrible joke.
mods in the chat. Clean that up. Clean it up. Actually, London's a mod. Imagine that.
The calls were coming from inside the house the whole time.
So here was the last thing that I wanted to get to. I did a poll the other day. I posted a poll. We're getting canceled and cancellation in the chat. It says,
Oh no.
all votes are anonymous, which they were. Some people dox themselves. It's not my fault. All votes are anonymous. What is the most taboo online activity you have engaged in? Now, before we like analyze this and look
Fan
at some of the
fiction got put on there. That's funny.
and before
I
we
know- I
get
know
into
why.
the
I get
nitty gritty
it.
of this, I just want to say that I think some people were confused because like you've probably engaged in multiple of these things if you're an online degenerate, I just wanted to know the most taboo in your eyes. Which is the most taboo thing that you have done personally? So, somebody said, Vault Wanderer says, Danny, did you vote for number 1? Why is it blue?
I wasn't gonna say anything, dude.
I didn't think I could vote on this account. No, that's not. I was gonna say, I posted it. I can't vote. I did vote, but not on the Clout Route account. Blue just means that won the poll. The poll is finished. Blue means it won. Now, Vault says, did you vote number 1? Why is it blue? I'm trying to look at this again. I think that which one did I vote for? No, I voted for Omegle.
Oh,
because I've been on
Right.
Omegle before.
is that like chat roulette?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I
I probably
voted
should have
for.
voted.
So,
I probably should have voted for that one.
So sorry, Vault Wanderer. No, I did not vote for dating, sexting, Snap, etc. Because I've actually never gotten to do that. I voted for Omegle down here, and that one won. Interestingly enough, which I'm not surprised by that. The dating, the sexting, the snap is like, probably one of the least offensive ones.
Yeah, I mean, the only really offensive one, I guess, is probably the doxing or the threats, unless you get to, I'm sure there are some hentais that
Or some kinks. I mean,
yeah.
poop play is not
I think
really.
hentai in general, it's not something I'm super familiar with, but I believe it involves tentacles. So, yeah, that would to some people I could see how that's taboo.
Degrees.
But I don't know. Yeah, the only one to me that's real bad is the doxing one. And threats, I think threats are probably the one that everyone's guilty of to some degree. If you've been on the internet long enough, you've probably, told someone to shut up or at least at a younger age. If anything, that was probably the one I was guilty of being a teenager to, I'll kick your fucking ass, bro, or something like that. But
I'm probably also guilty of that one, to be honest. Now that I'm thinking about it more, I probably.
Well, you doxed like 10 minutes ago. So yeah, you're definitely
right.
guilty of that one.
You're right. So like, I dox all the time, and there's threats all the time too. Like, don't make me threaten you, Luke.
Oh,
Essentially,
God.
don't make me threaten you. But yeah, as we see here, dating and sexting won. Then we've got second place, kink hentai fanfic. So obviously, this is like a small subset of our fans or whatever, or people that participated in this. But as I thought, yeah, dating, sexting is the most tame, so that's at the top. But kink hentai fanfic is second. I think that might be saying something about our fans.
Oh, no. What are you doing?
Because, okay, think about it this way.
You got beef?
It's kink hentai fanfic, then doxing and threats, then OnlyFans, Omegle, and camming, which I think out of like all of them, I mean, dating, sexting, and snap is one thing, but like OnlyFans and camming can be a legitimate job online, and Omegle's harmless. So what I'm trying to get at is that I think there are some degenerates in our audience. Just saying. We're sussing them out. I mean, third place, but not by much. Doxing and threats.
I mean, I would say I think I'm happier that we have a kinky crowd over a threatening crowd. So I guess I'll take it. Just wash. If you have one of those full body pillows you sleep with, just promise me that you're washing it, or whatever other thing that you're doing. Just it ain't hurting anybody. But I don't know.
I want one behind us too. We need a big full size body pillow. I think they cost a lot of money though. Weird. I mean, I don't know how I know that or anything.
Yeah. I can't comment. I have no idea. Never seen
Let's look at the comments here.
Yeah, let's moving on really quickly.
Jalen says, which Jalen, big YouTuber. Any Jalen fans should come and subscribe to the Clout Route. I mean, she has a lot more followers than us. Appreciate you if you come over here and give us some love.
Heck yeah.
She says, I mean, I've dated one person online, but now that's in real life. I have threatened people before, but never engaged in doxing, which I want to know the validity of that. Luke or somebody should probably, I mean, Luke's going wild in the chat, so I can't really ask him any favors, but he should probably look into this. I'm wondering if this is true, if she's never engaged in doxing.
Running wild in the chat.
I haven't gone on OnlyFans or Omegle. I guess I've read fanfics once or twice, but not made them, and I've also watched hentai a fair amount. I appreciate the honesty. I actually commented on that one and said I would say that's an all right record. What do you think?
I think that's pretty fair. It's very selected. It also was like it could have been a choreographed response. Like here's all the most acceptable versions of everything on that poll. Could just be a very calculated move, but I don't know. I don't know this person.
Okay.
So I'm gonna trust gonna trust Jalen.
I do like where
Say
your
that
head's
that
at,
was
though. Never trust them.
a
but
smart
it's
answer.
fine for a little bit. Ham says, mine's not anonymous. I went on Omegle once just to insult strangers to their face.
No, who hadn't done that?
I like that.
Yeah.
That
or a random chat roulette to see if, somebody's being weird, and then you're just like, oh, ha, ha, ha.
Isn't it interesting when we get people participating in the poll that don't even follow us? I mean, I guess that's probably a lot of people.
Hey, so that's good, man.
We're prolific.
The algorithm likes you, dude.
But Aztec Princess,
Aztec
a.k.a.
Princess does not.
Olsen Intern, have you insight on that name?
No, but I'm thrilled to have someone connected to one. I would love to know which Olsen it is because depending. Actually, you know what? No, I'd like to interview the princess regardless. I'm sure there's a couple of good stories.
Send me a DM
from any Olsen
we'll
intern.
Interview you.
Yeah.
None
Tell
of
us what it is, since it was none of those. Like, what is it? That implies, is there some other taboo thing that you are clearly missing out on that the Aztec princess knows about?
You know what? Murder, e-murder, e-rape. I didn't put that on there.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Well,
well, they don't follow us, so I guess
on.
there's nothing to feel bad about, right?
Yeah.
That's not our actual fan. That's just somebody.
Yeah. It's just a bot. That's what I'll do. Let's play that game. Everyone who disagrees with me is a bot, so shut up. Don't at me.
We've got another bot down here that says, depends which you find the most gross.
So that's a self-report, right? I've done them all. Which one's the most disgusting to you?
Yeah, well. That also depends on context. Like, depending on who you are, some of them could be more disgusting than the others, I believe.
Yeah, like if you have done multiple, you'd be like, oh, actually, like you could be in my like I said, I think that doxing is worse than any weird. The only thing that could be worse is if you're dating, sexting, or doing that shit to like a minor
James
or something.
Charles shit.
That would be worse than doxing. But to me, it's just like, yeah, a lot of this stuff isn't really taboo. It's just people doing what they want. So as long as they're two consenting adults, I don't really care. But doxing is bullshit on pretty much every level, right?
Right. You can't really justify.
So I do agree with that opinion of, like, I guess it really depends on the person. Like, what's taboo to you? I don't mind if people want to watch or read fanfics or whatever, but a devout Christian might be like, oh my God, that's the devil's fiction.
Let's look at the chat here before we get out of here, honestly, because that's the results of the poll. So I'm gonna start doing polls. I love polls. Polls are fun. Getting people engaged and like giving their little takes on like weird stuff like this. Now, my first intention was to work this into the shout out stream, but we're kind of doing we're improvising here.
A little reverse order, kind of.
So let me look at the chat here because it is wild as usual. We've got welcome to the cancel stream, London says.
Oh.
Disagree.
Dang. I always knew it would happen.
Says it ain't kinky unless it's stinky. Thoughts?
That's probably, I mean,
that's a thinker.
I got to think about that. I might have to make a list. I might have to cross-reference some things, but yeah.
Thank you, Andy, for the pondering there. We'll get back to you on
some
that.
Words of wisdom from Andy.
Yeah, I guess. Doggo says, but the cover doesn't come off. How do I wash it?
The body pillow.
The body pillow. Nah, because I was like, what are we talking about here?
They really, the covers don't come off? That's
Bob Ross body pillow.
That is, Bob Ross body pillow. Oh, now that I might get behind, but pun intended. What are these things being purposely sold to then not be reusable? They're selling body pillows.
Yeah.
Why isn't anybody talking about this? You have to then rebuy.
Like once it starts growing,
wow,
you have to get a new one.
Nothing's made to last anymore. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I gave you that horrible advice. Then
yeah.
Right, your senator. That's terrible.
London says Luke has gone wild.
Oh yeah, brother.
as usual.
Hulkamania in the chat.
Formal Ghost says, need to get a body pillow made of Danny and Kevin, and it needs to stand up straight. Now, how do you get it to stand up straight? Is that like a stiff sock situation, or I hope not. I'm
You can answer
envisioning
Danny
like
in a DM. I don't
weird
need an
Hey
answer.
Arnold like shrines and things going on that I don't like.
But I mean, we could sell it in a merch store. So I mean, if there's enough interest,
Body pillows?
international orders only.
we
I will not
do-
ship these. I will not ship these to the United States. I'm
Should we
scared.
do competing body pillows? See who wants whose body pillow more.
Oh
You would
my
win
God.
instantly. It would be such
I would win this as a troll. Yeah,
Exactly, that you would
you would
instantly
get
win no matter
pieced.
how good my body looks. Like I could work on
It
myself for a
doesn't even
year and
matter.
have like a chiseled body pillow and no one would care because they would immediately get yours instead.
The tide will turn, I think, at some point. Right now, what happens is there's a lot more Danny on the Clout route. So it works with the troll, and it's a lot easier to be like, oh yeah, this is the one time a week or 1 or 2 times a week I see Kev. But soon enough,
Right, they get
that
tired of me
troll will
talking.
get old, and then it'll be like, oh, now we have to troll Kevin, and then it'll be a good time for you.
Well,
then,
don't
I'm sure.
speak it into existence.
This way I won't be sad when it happens. I'll be ready for it, and I'll hopefully have a me-shaped body pillow to hold, so I can tell myself that I'm a 5-star man.
I want to see you laying with your body pillow. Actually, that's interesting.
So do I, because I'd like to have that etched on my tombstone, because that'd be pretty meta. Ooh, and then I can be buried with it.
Luke says, I'm not aware of any Jalen doxing. Vault Wanderer says, Andy is a Jalen super fan. She may know. And Andy says, following up, oh my God, I did not see this Jalen. I thought Jalen's parts were inverted. I'm confused, okay? Now I'm confused too.
Likewise. So I might have to read that one myself.
Moving on.
Yeah.
We're all getting canceled together. I've only ever written Augie RFC fan fiction. So the guy that called us pedophiles.
Oh.
Beck says that she's only ever written Augie RFC fan fiction, and that's what she probably voted for in the poll. Gross. Disgusting.
That's a crime all on its own.
I agree.
That's worse than taboo.
Let's see. Will you recap the Def Noodles beef? I'm not privy. Okay, this is interesting. I like this.
Yes, please. I could hear this all the time.
So what happened was Def Noodles got sensitive is what happened. I mean, I don't know how else you want me to put it. I don't even know what I said. And frankly,
noodles.
I didn't say anything to him that wasn't nice. So I don't know what he
shouted
wants
out to him. You were friendly. What was his name? Steven? Who was it that
I'm
was?
still friendly with Steven. Steven's cool, but I think
Steven, come on the show.
I could have Steven on the show.
You'll get more viewers. Come hang out with us, Steven. Yeah.
But not Def. I don't even think Steven does his thing with Def Noodles anymore, to be honest. So
good. He should insulate himself from that situation.
That would be interesting. I'm chummy enough with Steven. Maybe I can get Steven on like a call-in episode one time, and we can just fuck. I mean, he may not want to talk shit. Maybe we can convince him to. Who knows? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? To talk shit on his own dude. But I kind of just want him here to like bounce off of. Be like, well, dude, what was it? And I kind of went back through my Twitter logs and was trying to see like what the last thing I engaged with them was, and no, nothing. So I would like to go with Steven and investigate.
Yeah, it might have been me, Danny. Maybe he actually got in and watched some of the podcasts and realized that there were two of us, and he was like, "Oh no, I can't stand for this." You
want to know what I really think it is too, honestly? Because he knows that I'm tight with Steven or whatever, that we talk on Twitter and that we're cool, and I watch his shit occasionally. He watches my shit occasionally. It is what it is. Friendly relationship there. I think that he's kind of aware. He's probably seen me on Twitter enough at this point. He definitely has since he's fucking blocked me.
Yeah.
But I think he just got upset that I was associating somewhat with Salvo. Like I was just talking to him, and he just was mad that I could even say anything about the guy.
Wow, that would make sense. That tracks based on what I've seen from him. That's very sad. You know? I hope you got your refund back on your
yeah, dude, I
Super Chat,
should,
whatever the
because
hell
that
was.
fucking clip, if you've ever seen that clip of it's a good thing Steven was there in the clip because he redeems the clip. Def says, shout out to your podcast, whatever, but Steven's in the background and he's like, yeah, whatever he says.
Yeah, Steven's the one that shouts us out. Def literally big leagues us. The more that I think about it, the more that I looked back when he's like, oh, yeah, shout out to your podcast, where it's like, hey, bro,
You don't like his tone of voice, do you?
Yeah, I'm just like, I like your tone, bro. This man just paid you money. And you're going to big league him in his shout out. Like, get the fuck out of here. Jeff Noodles, I'm going to send you, Jeff Noodles, I'm going to send you a Venmo request for $5 because you owe it to us. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, fuck him, dude.
Sorry, Hash. If you're, what was it, Hash, right? That
Hash
likes
is
Jeff?
the one that's
sorry,
the fan.
Hash.
Yeah.
I got to work through some stuff, okay?
We
I
got to
hope we
work
can still
through
be
some of
friends.
this chat, dude. You should see what these people are saying.
Oh, we got a lot of Jeff stands in the chat. What's wrong? What'd I do?
No, there. So we'll return to where we were. Sweater Vest Quartet. There's your recap on the Def Noodles beef. He just blocked me for no reason. So, you know, whatever. I've even reached out to him since and tried to get the unblock, and no, you know, left cold. Apparently, he was just fed up with my jokes. So good.
Salty
He can
ass
go be
noodle
funny
boy.
with his 70 viewers. While I'm funny with you guys.
Listen to you, man.
Anyways, like I was saying, it gets nasty here. You don't want to know how I keep it standing up. Beck says,
I told you I didn't.
is it stuffed with Blue Chew formal? Which I think Blue Chew is like Viagra.
Okay. No, that's funny. I got you. Sorry.
Lauren says, my Danny pillow would be rock solid. Thank you, Lennon. Our buddy in the chat, I'm not gonna dox him. WFF, I want a body pillow of just a body. I mean, I'm sure that's a thing out there somewhere for you.
He wants to work on his hammer locks, I bet.
I see. He's like practicing his wrestling
Kenny Omega
moves.
wrestling match, I bet.
I gotcha.
That's a deep track, but he'll get the joke.
Beck says, I was kidding about
you.
Augie. I don't know if I believe Beck's now. I think there is Augie RFC fanfic out there. Just saying.
I have no hatred. It's okay. You're
Yeah, it's
allowed
fine.
to be Augie fans. I just don't appreciate. There are some times that I catch some strays on Twitter. Just Danny's just out here asking for a take, and Augie's like, my take is you're both pedophiles. And since then, I've had a little heat for the man. I just don't like being
He's a
generically
child.
called a pedophile. Meanwhile, I'm just over here eating some ramen noodles on my lunch break, and somebody's calling me a pedophile on Twitter. So there you go. There's the backstory on that drama. It's not really that big of a deal, but I will take any free shot I get at Augie because I owe it to him.
Let's see. Vault Wanderer says, I want a Danny body pillow. Andy Zucchini says, me too, to be honest. Formal says, I love Skid Row Steve. Now, I don't know.
Oh, God, that's Steven, isn't
is
it?
the
Damn
appropriate naming.
That's a salvo. That's a salvo.
Yeah, whatever. You're going back to your salvo ways there, Formal. Let's see. Don't let Bo Blacks on if you invite Steven, says Bex.
Heard.
That's sound advice.
Would you want Bo Blacks on?
Especially if he's dropping the N-bombs. I can't have him on when Steven's on here, so definitely not. Thank you for that.
Can't trust Bo Blacks.
People said that he was hacked, so apparently, I guess I kind of wanted to let the joke just roll, and people think that he actually said that, and we were just gonna laugh about it. It's not my business to I'm not his Twitter mama. I don't need to clean up his messes, but yeah, I guess he was hacked or something. That's boring.
I spread misinformation.
Let's see. It goes on a little bit more, and then we'll get out of here. I'm here, so I'm okay. Ham says. By the way, Noodles has banned me on 4 accounts.
Damn.
So Ham's got a lot of hate for Deaf Noodles.
Damn. Let's go.
Sweater Vest Quartet, which I think he goes by George. I want to say George, but I don't want to say George if it's wrong. I think you guys and Def could make up. If you guys get some respect from Def and he learns that you guys laugh at Salvo like everyone else. What do I need respect? Like, once upon a time, maybe you could say that he had some sort of clout, but now it's like the respect, he should just be nice. To me, honestly, he needs all the fans he can get.
Two-way street too, right? Like there was a time that I could have respected him despite, like, I don't know. I never loved the shtick. I never really loved the gimmick of that daily show.
You were never really a fan.
I admittedly, and I think I've said this on shows before, I used to use him as a resource before he became an unreliable resource to try to find topics for our show sometimes. And so, yeah, there was a time when I at least had that level of respect for him. Like, hey, this is a grind. You're putting these videos out every day. Please update your freaking thumbnail, though. Like, take one more new photo, using the same photo for 2 years. But anyway, besides that, I had a little bit of respect for him. But now, after just kind of the meltdown, if he, gets his shit together a little bit, maybe all right, I could be nice to him. But at the end of the day, I don't necessarily care. He's entertaining. He's more entertaining now than he was before.
Because we can laugh at him?
Yeah. Well, maybe not now. He was. Now it's just he's just gone from my plane of existence. But that Death Salvo saga was the most entertainment I ever got out of Dennis.
True that.
Jeff.
Most entertainment I ever got out of either of them, honestly.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the stuff with Salvo was like entertaining to an extent, but also with like an aftertaste of disgusting depravity.
Yeah, Salvo stopped being entertaining as soon as he got in the limousine afterwards. Like that. Yeah. Anyway.
Shots fired. I like that. These guys are some of these guys are old school Salvo fans. That was when they stumbled upon
no.
It. Yeah, right? Like think about that. Think about Reverse Us. Some people saw that and became a fan. Which the lore behind that is different from what we actually thought it was at one point. When we talked all the shit there at that time, I was under the impression, at least, that it was probably a Keemstar operation because I knew that they were in association, and I thought that Keemstar was like fronting the bill of like go out there and start all this shit with Def and blah blah blah. Turns out it was Red Bar, I guess, that was doing the whole operation. So that's kind of an interesting twist that I didn't know about. It gives Keem almost less clout for me.
Which is good. Shit. Oh man, I wish we should have talked about that before. What was it? The last? Oh, I don't want to go on a Keem tangent, but I watched the night that I joined the Discord. There was a Keemstar stream, and it was like the worst thing I've ever seen.
Do you like his little da 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 da?
Yeah, that I did. I had a lot of fun with that. The more drunk he got, the more fun it was. The cringier that stream was. I love clips from it.
The funny part about it is like thinking about when he thinks it's appropriate. It makes me laugh, like thinking about in his head, like now's a good time to go. And I'm like, you're an idiot, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's like that episode of It's Always Sunny when Dennis and Dee start a podcast. That's how that episode of the Keemstar show or whatever it was. Except instead of brother and sister, it was this weird. And then did you see the end where he's just like makes eyes at her and talks about how they're about to bang? And like that's the last few minutes of the stream is him just being super horny.
That was kind of disgusting.
I don't know. Was there one after that?
Yes.
I was all excited hanging out in the Discord. Somebody,
I had said something, I think at the time. I was like, dude, he's talking about how he's gonna bang her afterwards or whatever. I don't want to hear about the
so weird dude.
Post Keemstar show. Put that on OnlyFans. I don't need to hear about that at all.
Yeah, man. It'd be like me being like, all right, Danny, time to get off stream. Gotta go.
All right. We keep
Yeah,
getting
whoops.
distracted in tangents. It's funny though. I mean, I appreciate it. I don't really have anywhere to go, so it's fine.
Trying to get us an hour, Make sure we give the people some content.
Lunnan says he needs our help here. Okay. He says, "Can you shout out my son Morgan, please? He heard Lunnan, and now he wants a shout out. So shouts out to Morgan.
Morgan's
and Lunnan.
Okay, shout out Morgan, and shout out London. But shout out Morgan.
Shout out Morgan, most importantly. Let's keep going here. Ham says, you're doing great, Formal. Oh, never mind. I scrolled down a little too far. Why would you want to make up with Def? That's what Ham said that I wanted to read. Why would you want to make up with Def? I don't know.
Nah, I'm good.
Beck says, you've made it when you get a pillow. I'm getting my body pillow and everything else mixed up. You've made it when you get a pedo allegation.
Oh, hey, I didn't know that.
We made it. We made it, boys.
Cool. I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, me either, right? Formal says, I'm still recovering from the SNT brainwashing.
Oh. You're safe here.
And then
we don't have a news team, and if we did, I wouldn't let Danny do weird cult stuff with it. So if he ever does that, just
well, that's
DM
why
me
we're
on
never
Discord.
going to have a news team, because if I had the opportunity to have a news team, like a group of people that I could like mobilize to do things, there would be too much chaos.
You think? Oh, okay, I see. That's good.
Too much chaos.
It's good that you know that. Yeah.
So I'm fine with it. The news team can be us. That's fine. We're the Clout Rat news team.
But don't make me do.
I tag some people in like wrestling matches. Every once in a while I get like Formal Lunnan to do us like a meme or something funny. I mean, Lunnan. This is funny, Kevin. I don't know if I ever told you this. So you remember, or did we talk about this? Maybe we did on the podcast. Did I say something about how Lunnan was the originator of the those memes where he used to make fun of us with them?
I think we talked about it after the show, so maybe tell the story so Lunnan gets the credit for the audience.
I don't know if we ever brought it up on the actual pod, but yeah, Lunnan used to take shots at us back in the day before he was a mod in our chat.
Still my favorite joke meme is the like us as cartoons holding the bowl. This is like, please serve more clout or something.
Please spare us a drop of clout. He's got the what is that, Oliver Twist or whatever the fuck.
I want that printed on my wall. I'll put it back up here.
And somewhere. The recess meme of both of us making writing on the notepad. That's Lunnan, dude. So shouts out to Lunnan and Morgan, remember.
And Morgan, yes.
Let's see here. George is right, and that's what I mean. He should show some respect / love. That's what Sweater Vest Quartet said, which George is correct. George said that he should show us some respect and love. Agreed. Oh, thank you. Ham says, Red Bar. I love Red Bar. Love Red Bar.
Okay. I'll listen. I'll give it a listen. Unless Danny tells me not to.
I mean, I think it's a pretty cool operation over there if you're into that kind of thing. It's a certain shtick, but I don't think it's bad. I like it.
Okay.
Vault Wanderer says, I hate how much he uses that sound. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Is it the only one he has too?
He has some other ones, but it's like the only one he uses. And it's become so meta now that H3 has stolen that because they laughed at him so hard for using it, and now they use it ironically in their podcast.
Is it, speaking of ironic things, I want to ask you this because this was my first experience while we're talking about Keem again. Is it a trend for people to call in that show and purposely not say anything? Because he was getting so frustrated because everyone just kept calling in and like no words would come out for 15 to 30 seconds. Or
like they were just being silent? I didn't
it was just like a lot of static or people. Yeah. He's like, come on. Just dead air so much. Like,
that's a good painful. Troll.
It's such a good troll. I felt as bad as I possibly could feel for that man. I almost felt that bad sitting there. I was like, this hurts me. It was like a bad episode of The Office, like Michael Scott levels of cringe, where I'm like, oh, just turn the stream off, dude. Just go. Drink your White Claws off camera
when
for
they
once.
watch the Keemstar show. It's like, damn, dude, you just need to turn this shit off. Where's the eject button?
That's why I don't want to take callers, dude. I'm afraid they're just gonna troll us.
Nah, we'll be all right. See,
I
want to have a situation where, like, hopefully I have somebody vetting the people, or at least to an extent that, like, we can vet someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you can't win them all, but let's see. Pest says, I am waiting for a wild Ashers to pop up and defend Keem. Uh-oh, yeah, we better be careful what we say about Keemstar.
Wish I had a button. What's the sound again, Danny? Do it. Yes. Like Fallout Shelter or something. What the hell is that sound?
Gosh, dude, we got some good ones. We gotta go. We gotta go here soon. I can't just sit here and read chat all day. But we do have some good ones. Ham says, I want to call into Keem and flush a toilet when he answers.
Yes.
Oh my God. That's a good one.
That's
says,
kind of
I
troll call,
unironically do that noise in my normal day life.
Yes.
Last comment of the night. Clout Route Season 3, Luke on third mic. Let's make it happen.
Uh-oh. There's your poll. There's your next poll.
Yeah,
Dan.
good one. Good one. Okay. This is we'll workshop it right here.
Are you gonna pull an Elon though and change it if the results go bad?
I won't post it now, but we can kind of workshop it here. Should we get like 4 potential third mic candidates that we want to talk about, like joke about? Or should we just put up a poll that says like Luke and then maybe showcase some of his like deviousness? I have screenshots and like videos and whatnot. We could make a poll and say like, should Luke be the third mic of the podcast, and have like his deviousness, everything he's done, all of his stuff, and then let people vote. Yes or no? Should he be allowed? I'm curious because Lennon says if Luke got on mic, you'd be off air instantly. Because there's a certain threat level there. I mean, like, we've got to weigh are we going to get more viewership? Is it going to be a banger podcast versus potential black wieners on screen to get our entire channel struck and destroyed?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I have to rely on the strength of our community here because I don't know. All I've seen is the bong rip shot, and I've seen a couple of things in chat, but I don't know.
Have you ever seen his apology videos, like his PT apology video?
No, but that does sound funny.
Fuck.
Just the fact
you
that
know
he made
what? Just because we're right
funny.
Here. Well, no, I can't.
Look, I got time. I
can't
to
pull
wait
it up
for
because
break.
it has volume to it, and I can't. How we have it set up right now, it's rinky dink. But you have to go check out his Twitter handle, which we'll shout him out on. I don't even care if I'm shouting him out on the podcast. He might not even want this attention, but his Twitter handle is Denny Works for Uber. Okay, this is for you, Kevin. So you look on Twitter, Denny, as in like Denny's with an E.
Mm-hmm.
Denny Works the number 4 Uber. That guy is the guy that you want to do some research into for our third mic co-host. Denny works for Uber. He put it in the chat. So
there we go. Okay.
But yeah, watch his like Parking Tigers apology video. He has a few other ones. He gets into some shit. I mean, like I said, potentially we could weigh the destruction.
The second tweet on his timeline says this tweet violated Twitter rules. So I don't know. That's not off to a great start. I'll check it out.
He says, as featured on Destiny and Red Bar, by the way.
Oh, well, damn. Well, we should be honored then. Damn.
Interesting. Well,
All
we'll
right.
think about it. We'll put the poll out there here soon. Anyways, so what's the deal, Kevin? I mean, we're at the end here. Do we say it now? Are we getting together for an in-person tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so. I think
That's
that
the
will be
plan,
it. We'll probably have
Stan?
to lock down the time, I would
Right.
think. I'm gonna assume it's probably like 6. Let me check. Let's see what the
Evening, later
weather
evening.
currently update. It's looking like the snow is finally expected to stop in 33 minutes, which is good because it was originally going to go until 7.
Jeez Louise.
And the forecast is now not showing again until Wednesday. So I would say very good odds that we will be doing this tomorrow around right around this time, actually, a little later. Give us 25 hours instead of 24, but what means maybe a shout out Tuesday or later in the week. I don't know.
That's
we'll
what
do
I'm
the shout out
thinking.
this
So
week, but-
tomorrow we'll do like a later in person, and then sometime during the week we'll do a shout out episode like this, and then I'll probably be back whenever I can fucking fit it in for a morning show there, and we'll be back for another episode like usual.
Oh yeah. Shout out to VW, by the way, Vault. I saw you in there when I was testing out StreamYard, so appreciate you. You were right there. Right there in the chat. I thought I could discreetly create a little live broadcast, but VW was right there, so wanted to say hello.
If I can twist his leg sometime, or somebody like him, I'm going to twist their leg and get them to help us out with something like that, like a live stream call in or something. It'd just be nice to have like a person that I could trust to help us out. But we've got people sounding off in the chat before we leave saying that they'd want to be third mic. I know George has reached out to me before about wanting to be on the pod, and so has Formal. We'll have, as soon as we get the call-in thing working, I'll do morning shows where I'll let somebody call in and chat with me. We can do shout outs where you can call in and just talk to me and Kevin about whatever. A lot of things like that can happen. So the third mic thing for Luke is kind of like I'm giving him his own little exclusive shot. We'll see if not really. We'll see. We'll see what the chat says. But
Brutal,
Formal
man.
and George and anybody else that wants to like come in with me on a morning show sometime, we'll just do a morning show where I'll have you call in with me and we'll talk about, whatever the fuck I want to scratch my ass about that day. We'll do stuff like that. There's lots of stuff on the horizon here because it is season 3 of the Clout Route, baby.
The Ascension. Let's go.
Do you feel cute?
New art. Do what?
Do you feel cute?
Yeah, look at that. Look at that cartoon, dude. How could I not?
We're so cute.
It's even got the plain hoodie down. Look at that. Makes me want a Funko Pop for those little guys, you know?
We need U2s. Our own little U2s figures. And Mel can design them.
Yeah, and then you can get Ethan to buy them all when we don't sell them, and then my dumbass will run my mouth and he'll refund the transaction. I can see it happening right now.
All right. Well, any last words before we get the HE double hockey sticks out of here, Kev?
I'll see you tomorrow. I'm on Twitter now. I'm sorry to the Discord community. I will be more active, but y'all are hard to keep up with. I see you in there though. But I'm on Twitter now too. If you want to send me some stuff you think will be good for the show, feel free to just tag
here.
me.
What's your? Let me put it in the chat. Actually, what is your @? Kevin.
I think it's just Clout Route Kev. Let me double
Twitter check. @Clout Route Kev. Correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
That is correct.
I put that in the chat, so there's that. For anybody that wants to hit Kevin up, add him on Twitter. I'll probably tag you. I've already tagged you in some stuff, but I'll tag you in more stuff going forward. We'll get you built up there. You need to come and like drop a N-bomb on one of Bo Black's Twitter threads or something, and then you'll go viral.
I'm good on that. I'll take anonymity over that.
All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We will see y'all later. Peace.